Unmute, speak something, and then share.
Good afternoon, everyone. My today's presentation of the paper Literature of History of English Literature. I'm sharing my screen. My today's topic is change in the historical period from the age of Chaucer to the Victorian age. We are going to start with we are going to start with the age of Chaucer. The time of period of age of Chaucer is 1350 to 1400. It is a 14th century. The history which is remarked in the 14th century is Hundred Years' War, Black Death, Peasant Revolt. What is Hundred Years' War? Hundred Years' War was a war between France and England, beholding some issues about the land. Then Black Death. Black Death is about the situation of plague which arose in the 14th century, and in that Black Death, one third of the population died. Then a peasant revolt. What happened in the peasant revolt was the farmers were having a higher taxation, so that the through higher tax they can help the military in the war. And so the peasants were tired of the high taxation, and they made a revolt against the king. Then this age was about the discontent and at unrest. Discontent is unsatisfaction. As it was higher taxation, it is obvious that people were not satisfied with the king, and so it was the age of discontent. And Geoffrey Chaucer was the greatest writer of this age. He is considered to be the father of English literature. Through Chaucer, the prose emerged, and this age is considered to be the opening moment for the English literature. Next is the revival of learning. The period span is from 1400 to 1550. The title itself tells that the revival of learning means the learning started in this age. This age is a transition period, the decline of the Chaucer's age and the preparation for the age of Elizabethan age. How it's a preparation that, as we know, Elizabethan age is considered to be the golden age. Much literature is was written in that age. So it is preparation that learning started in this age. The king was Henry VIII, and he encouraged a lot for to the scholars for the study of the classics. And but in the starting of the age, there was lot of wars and chaos, which was further settled by the Reformation, and the Reformation was religion reformation. Here, the general standard of literature was very low. No great literature appeared, but there was intellectual progress, introduction of printing, discovery of America, and the growth of political power. In this age, miracle and the mystery play were the most popular form of entertainment. Miracle play and the mystery play, which are further studied in the Elizabethan age in the rising of drama. The next Elizabethan age, the lifespan is the period span is from 1550 to 1620. This age is considered to be the golden age of English literature. The characteristics were the strong national spirit was found in this age. There was a lot of patriotism, religious tolerance, social content, intellectual progress, and enthusiasm. The Queen Elizabeth was ruling the age. The Queen Elizabeth gave all the freedom to writers and the people. They are allowed to follow whatever religion they want. The writers were allowed to write whatever they want. Before that, the kings and queens, rulers, were uh, having some rigid rules to the writers and the people, that they were restricted to write about the limited things. This age is an age for the rise of the drama. Why the drama came rised in this age? Because the action was allowed, writing was allowed, and there was a freedom. It is the literature of Renaissance. The literature of Renaissance means something newness. It gave the revival to the Greek and Italian. In English literature, from the age of Elizabeth to the age of Restoration period, there was an influence of Italian. Shakespeare is a prominent writer, and so this age is also known as Shakespearean age. He was referred as the early modern. He has referred to bring out an early modern English language. The Puritan age. The period of Puritan age is from 1620 to 1660. The Puritan age existed till 1675 due to two reasons. The Puritan idols were alive. On the span is written as 1620 to 1660, but it was still present till 1665 as the idols were alive, and the great writer of the age, the John Milton, was also alive. The age is of moral and political revolution. Puritans overthrew monarchy. They established the Commonwealth under Cromwell. The age of Puritan is in the middle. The Elizabethan age, the previous age, was a golden age for literature, and the next age, the Restoration age, is also a creative age of the literature. The two different ages, and Puritan age is in the between. As this age can also be like a transition age. There is a variety of literature in this age because of the political and religious change. Political change in the way that democracy was bought in this age. It differs from the Elizabethan age. Elizabethan literature differs from the Elizabethan age literature. There was no unity of spirit, no patriotism in this age, or in the literature, or in the people like Elizabethan age. Literature was very somber. Somber means dark and dull. It was saddening. The literature of Elizabethan age was enthusiastic literature. It was saddening, and in this age it was saddening. The literature was critical and intellectual. Reading the literature of Puritan age, it makes our mind to think a lot. While of Elizabethan age, it gives happiness while reading. The literature in this age, the literature writers were divided into four parts: transition poets, Spenserian poets, metaphysical poets, the Cavalier. The John Bunyan has also given an exceptional work, that is Pilgrim's Progress. The next stage, period of Restoration, it is from 1660 to 1700. In this age, everything was restored. Monarchy was restored. Charles II was again throned on the chair to rule. Tremendous social reaction was there of the people. They were freed from the restraints which were given by the Puritans. This generation gave many natural pleasures which were suppressed in the Puritan age. The theaters reopened, bull and bear baiting revived, along with sports, music, and dancing. In this period, the nation was divided into two parts politically, that is Whigs and Tories. Whigs were the people who wanted democracy, while Tories were upholding on the kings. They wished for the monarchy. This age also had a religious conflict. The religious conflict was that Charles II was the king, and the succession of Charles II was James II, who was Catholic, while Charles II was Anglican. It was a religious conflict that no Catholic can succeed the throne. In this age, the writers lack the excellence which the writers had in the Elizabethan age. So they turned towards the great classicism of Greek and Italic. The drama were influenced and copied from the French. As the King Charles II came from the France, a lot of atmosphere was created was about the French atmosphere was created, and so the age was of sycophancy. Sycophant writers were there. So too, being the good books of the king, writers were copying or getting influenced more from the French dramas and writing. This age marks the birth of modern English prose, as it is the age of intellectualism and rationalism. John Dryden was the greatest writer of this age, and he established the heroic couplet in the English poem. This age is also known as the age of Dryden. The next age, 18th century literature, from 1700 to 1800. This age is also known the age of enlightenment. This age was divided into two halves, first half and second half. First half was known as neoclassical or Augustan or as a Pope's age. It was known by the name of Augustine because the writers imitated the Roman writers. Then the second half was the age of transition and pre-romantic age. The second half also included English Revolution and the beginning of the French Revolution. And the Industrial Revolution also started in the 18th century. The rise of two political parties, Whigs and Tories, increased in this age. The constitutional government means the adaptation of the democracy started after the adoption of the Bill of Rights 1689. It was the final step. The adoption of the bill was the final step towards the establishment of the constitutional government. The strife has direct and the strife between the two political parties. The two political parties always had an issues with each other, and this also influenced the literature. Parties for their personal interest, and they were forced to write a satiring work to satire their enemies of the political parties. The age was of social development, but the moral standard of people was very low. Bribery, corruption, and all the things increased in this age. The social development was very great as the culture of France was coming here. First half century was age of prose. The prose were polished, unimaginative, and formal, which is intellectual prose. Modern newspaper began in this. Prose and poetry were frequent satiric of this age. Poetry were modified in the latter part of the century, and the dictionary was also introduced first time by Samuel Johnson. The age of Romanticism from 1800 to 1850. This age started by the publishing of lyrical ballads by Wordsworth and Coleridge. In this age, the writers were more close to the nature because this age is of revolution. Industrial revolution also started. The people were so much in industries that they started working like a machine. The people were not able to enjoy the life. They are working continuously like a machine in the industries. The poets thought that now the people should go to the nature for relief and have some peace. So they started writing in connection to the nature, and it gave the rise to the Romantic literature. The language used in the literature was the language of common people so that they can understand it easily. Emphasis was laid on nature, feelings, and emotions. The center stage of the Romantic literature was imagination. The writers wrote with so excellency in the later part of the age that it became the second creative period of English literature. The sixth chief characteristic of this age was prevalence of Romantic poetry, creation of historical novel, first appearance of the Romantic novel, development of literary criticism, the practical and economic bent, and establishment of magazines. The last one, the Victorian age. It is completely opposite of the Romantic age. Romantic age was about imagination, while Victorian age is about reality. The literature which were written in the Victorian age were completely about realism. Wordsworth in the poem Example Effusion upon the Death of James Hogg, published in 1835, has also written a line, "From sunshine to the sunless land." This line said that the people are moving from imagination to reality. So they are going towards the darker side of the literature as they are leaving the imagination behind. It is the next golden period of after the Elizabethan age. It is considered the longest of the English period. This had a progress, but there was unrest. Progress was happening in the age, but people were not at rest. They were not satisfied. This age started with the reign of Queen Victoria in 1837. There was a lot of material development, intellectuality increased, but there was unsatisfactory among the people. The Victorian age is considered to be the beginning of the modern era. There was a high use of science and technology. There is a growth of democracy. The literature written in this age was very much close to the everyday life, talked about social problems and influence of science and religion. Novel is most popular form of literature. Literature of this age gave moral preaching and entertainment. I have gone through the brief introduction of all the ages. Through this, we can understand, we are getting that there are low ups and downs in the history. And through history, learning and reading history, we can understand that something will get repeated in the future also. Learning of history at some extent will give us an power to predict the future. As we have seen in the age of Chaucer, there was a black death, a plague. We can compare that with the corona at the present age. We can also say that in this corona, as variants are increasing day by day, it would be possible that one third population will again die, and from the first how the age of Chaucer began, the world began again. The people have to start the world from zero, and again they have to come to the uh, digital world where we are trying to go inside. So his learning of history is also giving us the prediction of the future. These are my references, and thank you.
Okay, for questions, you have to ask in this sequence. Okay? Zil will be asked question by Vachalta and Sangeeta, the previous students, okay? And Khushbu will be following her in the presentation. So your presentation sequence will go according to your roll number, and the questions will be asked in reverse order. So Khushbu, when she makes a presentation after this, she will be asked questions by Zil and Vachalta. Okay? That way, got the idea? Who is going to ask a question? Okay. Okay.
Jill, what do you think about Puritan step to bring back monarchy?
I think Okay. I feel that bringing back monarchy in the Puritan age was not a so great idea. Not so great idea because having a democracy in the age was one step further. Then again going two steps backward to get a monarchy. At that place, they would have done the voting for a right person who can rule or organize the age, as the way we are going today, that we have elections and which we choose our who is going to guide us for the guide government or constitution rules.
Why lyrical ballads are considered to be starting of romantic age?
In the advertisement or the preface of the lyrical ballads, it is written that this is an experimental poems, that the Coleridge and Wordsworth were making an experiment to write a poem in relation to nature, something new they were trying to do, and that gave a positive impact. People were happy, and it was like romanticism for the nature, so it is considered to be the beginning of romantic.